Miss Panja, now the actor, who clearly does not belong to any political party, is also questioning the safety of women. And she's saying it happened at a crowded place at a prime location. Does that put a big question mark on the law and order situation? Let's forget what the BJP is saying, what other political parties are saying at the moment. What's the situation in Kolkata? What's happening on ground? Why is it that time and again such incidents are putting a big question mark over law and order situation?
Good evening to all. Now, this is very true that safety of women, women's safety or crimes against women is beyond politics. Ma'am, you need not even mention that. And this is not a place for political, battlegrounds. So, there was a time even NCRB data had shown Kolkata to be the safest city in 2020, 21, 22. So I think there is no defense that we are taking, much as we did not brag or take accolades for the NCRB declaring Kolkata to be the safest city those 3 years. Yes, we need to work upon all such incidents. And for that we have been working because there has been a massive installation of CCTVs since you were mentioning about the actresses, the incident which has happened with her, which should not, and that CCTV installations are absolutely everywhere. And also our Chief Minister had set up these fast track courts to handle cases of any crimes against women. So we have, I think, a sizable amount of such things, so that there's speedy trial, and that signal is given. Having said that, we also have many Mahila Thanas. What I'm trying to say is that the government is trying, and yes, of course, wherever such things happen, there is no compromise, and there's no compromised investigation either. Investigation would be done, and the victim has to be heard. She has to get that justice.
Yes. Now, Ms. Panja, you know that I am not exclusively talking about this particular incident, and I link it to women's safety in general. You know why we are discussing this today. Since you're pointing out all the measures taken by the West Bengal government, I'm sure they have not happened overnight. You've been taking such steps. Despite that, a Kolkata rape and murder case happens. You're saying there will be no compromise with the investigation, but that's exactly what is being questioned. The lapses being highlighted, not just by any other political party, but by the Supreme Court itself. One of the judges, Ms. Panja, said that he has not seen anything like that in his career of 30 years.
No, ma'am, again, we are not... we are terribly anguished, and we are not taking any defense. It's a horrific incident. I am myself a medical practitioner, and we also have gone through these 36 hours of duty. So what I'm trying to say is that I think this is something which the Supreme Court is looking into, because there was a very important hearing day before yesterday by the Supreme Court, where they have questioned CBI. They've asked CBI to give the updated status, because now the investigation lies with them. Kolkata police, rather the state government, also has to submit what action police has taken, especially in the case of vandalism which took place on 14th August. So these were two issues on which the Supreme Court had heard the case day before yesterday, because as you all know, suo motu cognizance has been taken by the Honorable Supreme Court, the apex court.
Right.
Having said that, yes, Kolkata police arrested within 19 hours of the incident, and we are not content with that at all. But madam, the council on behalf of the state government also submitted threadbare timelines, and
yes.
it's all there.
Yes,
and
it's all there.
Reflected
it's
in the
all
so-called printed.
Absolutely, it's all there. What we are not here, mentioning or conveniently missing out is the Supreme Court asking the delay in filing the FIR. Pradeep Bhandari, the Supreme Court also pointing out multiple lapses. There's something else written in the general diary, something else written in the case diary, the timing of the FIR, the timing of the unnatural death case being reported. Why are so many discrepancies that are coming to fore now?
Swati, thank you so much for having me, and good evening to your viewers. Let me begin by just rebutting a factual point with the delegate from the Trinamool Congress said. She was speaking about the NCRB. The fact is that the West Bengal government, as per data, in fact, did not give data for tabulation. And this is what the NCW has also said on record, and this is what the NCRB has also said. So to say that as per the record of the NCRB, Bengal is a safe place, Bengal does not send data for an actual tabulation. discussion. Now let me come to the primary argument. This is a cover-up sarkar which is going on in Bengal, and this is not what I am saying. This is also what has been established by the Supreme Court in multiple of its observations. And I quote the Supreme Court. It says, haven't seen a case like this in 30 years. This is what the Supreme Court asked the Bengal government. The Supreme Court asks the Bengal government, why was there a delay in filing the FIR? So the Supreme Court concludes that the objective of the state government was not in order for a free and fair investigation, Swati. The objective of the state government was cover up. And the only speedy thing which happened in Bengal was reinstation and promotion of Sandeep Ghosh. The letter which you were speaking about, this is the 30 June 2022 letter, and where Mamata Banerjee goes extremely, it's very warm in her appreciation of Professor Ghosh, and she says, may you fulfill all your dreams, may your life be blessed with more happiness, success and good health. So there is a great camaraderie which you get to know between Mamata Banerjee and Professor Ghosh. My question is it that Professor Ghosh knows a lot about Trinamool Congress? Is it that Professor Ghosh knows who the real accused is? This is why Mamata Banerjee and the entire Trinamool Congress, even in this debate, is not speaking about Professor or Sandeep Ghosh. My point. If this was not political, Swati, this is another letter which I have from the West Bengal government. Why is it preventing students who want to ask and go on the streets for justice for the RG car victim? Why is the Bengal government in a circular to all the schools? This is the Bengal government circular. This is exactly dated 22/8. This is the 22nd August circular. Why is it preventing them? And last and foremost, the main primary is the victim. And let me quote what the victim's family has said. The victim's family said that the police did not cooperate with us. They only tried to hush up the case as soon as possible. So the primary argument which I am saying, the Bengal government's only objective was, Mamata Banerjee's only objective was protecting Sandeep Ghosh and doing an entire cover-up. That's why more than 20 lawyers were there in the Supreme Court. This is where there are 20 lawyers to protect the Bengal government.
Let's take a response from Shashi Panja. Is the TMC government trying to shield Sandeep Ghosh? Because even the Supreme Court asked, the principal should have come to fore. The hospital authorities should have registered an FIR in the first place. What happens? He resigns, then you reinstate him and give him a new post.
Madam, first, the previous speaker, I don't know whether he belongs to a political party or not.
He is the national spokesperson of the BJP.
I mean, really wild allegations and really distorted, very distorted and misinterpreted. You know, sending a letter. Honorable Chief Minister sends a letter even to us on our birthdays, or even to many journalists on their birthdays. Well, this is just a social custom which she follows. Why are you trying to misinterpret a letter? I mean, you don't know don't know it in entirety. Ma'am, let this, this is the very narrative that they are trying to build. And if they are a political party, it's very unfortunate. This is the precisely that narrative which they are building. And this is not required. Investigation will not be compromised. Why don't we ask the CBI? It's almost 10-12 days.
Okay, one second,
this fake narrative.
Was the court also swayed? Was the court also swayed by these narratives when the court asked, why was this individual immediately appointed in another college as a principal?
Ma'am, let's not, it's very important, Swati, na? Swati ji, it's very important. I'm sorry because I'm joining from outside the studio. Swati, it's very important. Do not digress from the main issue. Who are the culprits? We need to ask CBI to catch the culprits. Whether this man was transferred, whether
How
he was,
do we
why
know
was
at this
given
point
the other
of time
posting,
that this man
why
is
the decision
not
was
involved?
taken by the health department?
Why are we talking about culprits as if they are people from outside who nobody knows about at the moment, who had nothing to do with the hospital? We don't know whether this man was involved or not.
Swati.
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence to be a force for business that makes doing good our business. Towards an independence where knowledge sets us free. To think big and achieve bigger. To take India to the world and the world to India. Creating pathways of self-reliance. To stand for progress, the planet and the people. Towards a future made perfect. And be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history. It's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.